Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm my humble self, Saturday the young teacher, and today I'll be lecturing on the subject biology under the topic cells. Now, what are cells? Follow me as I write. Cell is the fundamental and smallest unit of life capable of carrying out all vital functions such as respiration, growth, reproduction, and excretion. Stop. So let's take it one more time. Cell is the fundamental and smallest unit of life capable of carrying out all vital functions such as respiration, growth, reproduction, and excretion. Indeed, cell is the fundamental, basic, and smallest unit of life, capable of performing and carrying out all vital functions such as respiration, growth, reproduction, and excretion, as well as others. Are you with me? Now, following up with this, an experiment which led to the discovery of this topic called cell was made by a man called Robert Hooke. Yes, he discovered cell in the year 1665, carrying out on his experiment using a thin slice cork of an oak tree. Are you with me? Now, using the head of a microscope, he was able to see a small box-like compartment which he called cells, as it resembles a small room. Now, following up with this experiment held in such a year 1665 by this man Robert Hooke, who is also known as the father of cells, paved way for other researches on this cell by other scientists such as Antonia van Leeuwenhoek and others. Are you with me? Now, without so much of our time, let us quickly move into the next subtopic, which is terminologies of cells. Now, let us write terminologies of cell. Now, the first one we have on our list is unicellular. Unicellular, these are organisms, as the name implies, these are organisms that are made or comprised of one or single cells. They are made or comprised of what? Single cells. Examples of unicellular organisms, we have it as in Amoeba, Euglena, Paramecium, and bacteria, etc. The second we have is the multicellular. What did I say? Multicellular. As the name implies, these are organisms that are made or comprises or possess multiple cells. Examples of organisms that have multiple cells, we have it as in we human beings, plants, and animals, as well as Hydra. Yeah, it's under multicellular level of organization. Yeah. Now, number 3, we have cell theory. Now, this cell theory is made up of 3 key points. Namely, let me write it, that cells is the basic units of life. Set theory also state that all living things are made up of cells. Set theory also state that cells exist or arise from pre-existing cells. Yeah, let's take it one more time. Cell theory states that cell is the basic unit of life. B. All living things are made up of cells. C. Cells exist from pre-existing cells. Yes, cells indeed exist from pre-existing cells. Now, without wasting much of our time, let's quickly move into the types of cells. Types of cells. We have two types of cells, namely the prokaryotic cells and the what? Eukaryotic cells. For those that have been following up with my channel, I know that some information might have been running through your mind based on what we have learned. Now, let me break it down and let's do what we know best to do. Now, prokaryotic cells, what are these prokaryotic cells? Prokaryotic cells are simple cells that have no true membrane-bound nucleus. They are those simple cells that have no true membrane-bound nucleus. Examples are the bacteria and the cyanobacteria. For more information on this bacteria and cyanobacteria, you can fall back on our channel on domains. You can fall back on the lectures we have treated so far under domains. There we discuss bacteria, cyanobacteria, as well as cyanobacteria extensively. So you can fall back on our lecture on that, on domains, to know more of these bacteria and cyanobacteria. Now, the next, eukaryotic cells. What are eukaryotic cells? Yes, eukaryotic cells are complex cells. They are what? Complex cells that have a true membrane-bound nucleus. They have a true membrane-bound nucleus. Examples of these eukaryotic cells, we have it as in plant cells and animal cells. Now I'm going to explain these plant cells and animal cells extensively. Now permit me as I clean this side. So let's go. These are plant cells. This is the smooth ER. That's endoplasmic reticulum. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Why this one is the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum. This is the vacuole. This is wait, let me for this side. This one is the nucleolus. This is the nucleus. This is the nuclear membrane. Oh, this space will not end. I have to extend it. This is the ribosome. This is the mitochondria. This is the chloroplast. Chloroplast. This is the cytoplasm. Where will I? This lens is called the Golgi apparatus. Then here it's called the cell wall. This now cell wall. Why this line? That's this one here. This line here. This called. Let me extend it up. It's called the cell membrane. And all of them have their functions, which I'm going to explain. You know the spelling of membrane. This is the spelling, so that nothing will enter here. Okay, I've managed to enter the spelling where here. So cell membrane. So let's the animal cells. Follow me, I'm cleaning here too. I want us to have a full knowledge on this. Is the vapor. This is the nuclear membrane. This is the nucleus. This is the nucleus. This is the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, the smooth ER, endoplasmic. E stands for endoplasmic, R stands for reticulum, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Why this one is the rough. You see whether so that you can see the spelling of rough endoplasmic. Then see reticulum here. Reticulum. Rough endoplasmic reticulum, ER. This is the Golgi board, otherwise called Golgi apparatus. This is the rhizosome. This is the ribosome. This mother dot is the ribosomes. They are very tiny. Ribosome. So this is the mitochondria. This is the central. Then this circle is cell membrane. Cell membrane. Okay, so I'm also going to explain it. I'm going to explain what they mean. Now, what this Golgi apparatus, also known as the Golgi bodies, all of them, all of whether it's here or here, I'm going to explain it due to time frame. So, whatever I'm explaining for here goes over to what the function it also happens in the animal cells. Though there's difference, there's some that are here and some that are not here, which I'm also going to explain those ones. So for Golgi apparatus helps to transfer material, transport materials in the cells, in the plant cells. Now, the cell wall, what does a cell wall does? The cell wall helps to protect and support the cells from bursting, as well as giving it its rigid shape. Now, what of the chloroplast? Chloroplast, this is specifically for plant cells, and it is used in for photosynthesis. Photosynthesis, as we all know, that is a process by which green plants manufacture their food through water, chlorophyll in the presence of sunlight. Are you with me? So that's it. So it's used for photosynthesis. Cytoplasm is a jelly-like substance, and it contains all these organelles. You can see it's not pointing to a direct organelles here. Is where all these organelles that we labeled are found inside. So this is the cytoplasm. Now, rough endoplasmic reticulum. Yes, it aids in protein synthesis. Now, vacuole. This vacuole, you can see, is very large here, but small in plant in animal hood. Now, the vacuole, what is the function? The vacuole aids in food and water storage. Now, the next we have mitochondria. Mitochondria is known as the powerhouse of the cell. It is where energy is being produced. Are you hearing me? So it is the powerhouse of the cell. Ribosomes. These are the ribosomes. Ribosome, what is the function of ribosome? Ribosomes aid in protein, is the site for protein synthesis. Ribosome is the site for protein synthesis. Now, this one is what? The nuclear membrane. The nuclear membrane protects the nucleus. It further protects the nucleus, controlling the amount of substance entering and moving in and out of the nucleus. Now, the nucleus is known as the center control of the cell. It's like a monitor. It controls the whole activities of the cells. Now, the other one is what? The nucleus. This guy up here, this is the nucleus. The nucleus, what's the function of the nucleus? The nucleus helps in the production of these ribosomes. Are you hearing me? The nucleus helps in the production of these ribosomes. Now, the next we have smooth endoplasmic reticulum. What is the function of this smooth endoplasmic reticulum? It aids in repeat synthesis. It aids in what? Repeat synthesis. That fat and oil synthesis. Now, this one here, this guy here is what? Cell membrane. The cell membrane is in controlling the amount of substances entering in and out of the cell generally. Are you with me? Now, let's go over to the animal cells. Done justice to this. Now, animal cells have explained Golgi apparatus, Golgi body apparatus have explained this, explain this. Okay, lysosomes. This is in the digestion of waste products. Are you hearing me? It's also known as and called the suicide bag. It aids in waste product digestion. I've explained this. Centriole. The centriole is and performs and engage in cell division. They aids and engage in and function in cell division. Yeah, vacuole have explained, nuclear membrane have explained, nucleus smooth, and the plasmic reticulum have explained. Yeah, so we have concluded on plant and animal cells. Now let us move over to the functions of cells. Now, pardon me as I clean no space. Okay, the functions of the cells. The general functions of cells, we have one, they engage in movement, change of the body position from one place to the other. As we are changing position from one place to the other, it's all the functions of cells. These are the general functions of cells. They also engage in respiration. Don't worry, these topics are going to be taught individually. Like I told you, that I'm going to talk about cells, which I'm doing justice to that now. So, respiration, the breakdown of food substances in the living cells of a living organism to release energy. We have nutrition, the science of feeding. These are all the functions of and the result of the reactions of the cells for all these things to take place. We have irritability, responding to external stimulus. These are the ways by which cell functions of cell. Growth, the reversible increase in size of a living organism. For further information on movement, respiration, all these are under the characteristics of living things. You can check that on living things. You can forward to our channel where I taught this extensively. Are you with me? So I'm not going to dwell much on this. Growth, excretion, reproduction. So I'll stop here. So excretion, removal of waste products from the body. Reproduction, giving rise to new individuals of the same species. All these, there you'll be talking about cell division. Here we will now be talking about cell divisions, where we now look into asexual form and sexual and asexual form. In asexual form, where we'll be looking at the body, how living organisms board, binary fusion. All that we'll be talking on this channel. We are going to treat reproduction as a topic that I've told you earlier on. So that's for today. Now, also, before I conclude, it will be apparent for us to know examples of cell. So examples of cells include, we have muscle cell, we have bone cells, we have blood cells, etc. There are many more. Are you with me? Etc. Thank you. You have come to the end of this channel. And at the end of this channel, we were able to conclude and to talk extensively what cell is all about, as well as the types of cells, and we were able to discuss extensively as well as drawing the pictorial diagram of plant and animal cells, as well as discussing what the functions of cells are, as well as the example. Thank you. Remember, our course remains to read and think strategically, and to think strategically involves you thinking wise, and thinking wise involves you thinking smart. Thank you. Until we see you in the next video. Bye.